Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel. Today I want to talk to you about rotary cutters and the proper use of a retractable rotary cutter. I've watched lots and lots of videos on YouTube, and the amount of times that I have seen people using a rotary cutter incorrectly and unsafely really gets my goat. So I thought I would show you how to use one safely and how to use the locking function so that you don't end up cutting incorrectly. So this is an alpha rotary cutter. Then there are different makes and models of these, but they have this little red button here. It might be different colours if you don't have an alpha brand, but it's great. The idea being is that when you squeeze on the trigger here, this is currently locked, and so the blade is going nowhere. If you release the lock by pressing the red button in, when you squeeze the blade or the trigger, the blade pops out. Now, what I see all the time is people using their rotary cutters in this state. So they squeeze the trigger and then they use it with the trigger squeezed. Let me show you what happens when you do that. So that bounce when you're trying to do your work doesn't get you a nice even cut. If, however, you release your blade, squeeze your trigger, and then push your red button back in, it leaves the blade locked out, which means you don't have to be squeezing on this trigger while you cut. You can simply concentrate on putting your weight on this top part of the cutter and pushing it through your fabric like this. Now, of course, one of the pros of having this safety feature is that when you are using your blade by just constantly squeezing the trigger every time you want to use it, when you let go, it's locking itself away so you don't slice your hands. However, if you get into the habit of locking it out to cut and then pressing the button straight away, it will come back in. It means you're getting a good cut and you're keeping yourself safe. Obviously, if you left it locked out like this and you popped it on the table, the worst thing that could happen is this: covering up your rotary cutter with a pile of fabric and then sifting through the fabric to find the rotary cutter and slicing into your hand. The other thing that really bugs me is this: seeing people using their rotary cutter with their ruler, and instead of pushing away from their bodies, I see them pulling the blade towards them. How easy is it to just slip and you're going to go straight into your stomach and cut yourself? Always use your rotary cutter by pushing away from you. The same goes for sawing. Doing this. You shouldn't need to saw through fabric. If you do, change your blade. Your blade is blunt. The other thing that's worth knowing is that these rotary cutters can either be right-handed or left-handed. Simply undo the screw here and take the blade from this side and pop it on this side instead. So many people search for left-handed rotary cutters when, as long as it has a screw fixture like this, you can either have it left or right. So I hope that's helped you use your rotary cutter correctly and effectively. I will pop a link down below for the rotary cutters and rulers that I use here in the studio. They are affiliate links, but if you want to get yourself one, then you can. It's not going to cost you any more, it's just going to get me a tiny little commission to say thank you. So thanks for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.